Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere. Akwa. And Shalom to the scattered Israelites of the hopeful elect who are amongst these other nations, these heathen nations, and now look like these heathen nations. Now this lesson is going to be based on, these severe weather threats that are headed for Texas and the plains. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says millions in path of damaging hail, possible tornadoes as multi-day severe weather threatens Texas plains. It says on Sunday, a level 2 threat extends from southern and central Texas through Oklahoma and into Kansas, including the Dallas, San Angelo, Oklahoma City, and Wichita metro areas. Back-to-back storms will bring dangerous severe weather to millions across the plains and parts of the deep south starting Saturday, bringing days of heavy rain that could cause flash flooding, damaging wind gusts, large hail, and tornadoes. The weekend threat stretches across the southern plains from South Texas to southern Kansas. A powerful storm system will move out of the Rockies and sweep into the southern plains by Saturday, drawing in warm air from the Gulf that will fuel severe thunderstorms beginning in the afternoon. According to the Fox Forecast Center, the primary threats will be damaging winds and large hail, though a few tornadoes are possible. NOAA has issued a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe thunderstorms from the Big Bend of Texas north through much of the Texas Panhandle, including Amarillo. As Saturday's storms exit, another more intense system will follow closely on its heels in a parade of severe weather set to blast the region through Tuesday. Supercells capable of producing large hail and tornadoes are possible beginning Sunday afternoon. A level 2 threat extends from central and southern Texas through Oklahoma and into Kansas, including the Dallas, San Angelo, Oklahoma City, and Wichita metro areas. The Fox Forecast Center warned of an increasing flash flood threat through the weekend as storms move over the same areas repeatedly. So with ongoing drought conditions in parts of Texas and Oklahoma, several days of heavy rain could also lead to flash flooding, the Forecast Center said. On Saturday, the flash flood threat has been increased to a level 2 out of 4 threat along a corridor from Del Rio, Texas, northeast through Abilene and into southwestern Oklahoma. A level 1 flood threat shifts over parts of North Texas, including Dallas, southeastern Oklahoma, and western Arkansas Sunday. On Monday, the storm system is expected to accelerate northward, expanding risks across a much larger area from the southern plains into the upper Midwest. Another, more powerful storm system is forecast to move into the plains on Tuesday, where a more significant severe weather event could unfold from the southern plains to the lower Missouri Valley, beginning in the afternoon, as a spring severe weather pattern takes hold of the central U.S. Yeah, so, the Lord is turning up those storms. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And from that article, the Lord is about to visit certain parts of the U.S. with heavy storms and tempests. some heavy rains, some powerful winds, some hail, some tornadoes, maybe some flash floods. Isaiah 28:2, Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And in that article, it said that there could be hail, powerful wind gusts, potential for flash flooding. Because according to that article, the storms were going to be getting stronger as the days went by. As the storm, continued to move, it would just pick up in intensity. Psalms 11:6, Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And when you look up the definition of tempest, it means a violent windy storm, usually a hurricane or a tornado. And usually in the South and the Midwest of the U.S., they get hit with a lot of tornadoes. Like the Texas area, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, those areas, they tend to get hit with a lot of tornadoes. Just like when hurricane season comes around, Florida is usually in the target sites. So the Lord very well could send a couple of tornadoes through those areas and cause a lot of destruction and maybe even death. Psalms 83:14, As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15, So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's bringing these intense, potentially dangerous and deadly storms and tempests. And that's what the forecast center is warning people about. Letting them know they should be prepared for, these severe storms that are about to be brought upon them. 2 Timothy 3:1, This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And given everything that's happening in the world, it's safe to say that we are living in the last days. You have people who are fed up with not being paid a livable wage, burning down warehouses. You have these storms and tempests. You have these earthquakes. You have war happening. Countries, bombing each other. Apparently out there in Utah, there's a measles outbreak going on. So that's a pestilence. So it's like, yeah, the Lord, he's starting to open up those gates of judgment. And we see it taking place all over the world. And it's just going to get more intense and more dangerous and more deadly. And all the people who scoffed and scorned at the men of the Lord, they're going to eat their words. The Lord is going to justify his men by bringing forth all the things that the men of the Lord have been prophesying about. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, putting his spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere Aqua, and Shalom to the scattered, hopeful, elect Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and now look like these heathen nations. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Until next time, Shalom.